In this video, we're going to look at a unique way of cleaning your drawings. We're going to utilize Standards Check within AutoCAD to do just that. Standards Check will reference a standards file that will then make sure that you are matched and that you are staying within your company standards. The reason why I like to use this to clean up our drawings, because it does one of two things. It cleans the drawing to our company standards and allows the standards to be then implemented in that current drawing. So let's see how this works. Right here I have our Cleanup Standards Check file open, and you can find Standards Check under the Manage tab in the ribbon. Here you'll see a whole section regarding CAD standards. First, we will need to configure our CAD standards file. By selecting Configure, you'll see the Configure Standards dialog box pop up. Here we will really need to have a CAD standards file already set up to reference. To link your CAD standards file to your current file, select the green plus button. Here you will see a dialog box show up asking you to go and find your DWG file or your CAD company standards file. Here we already have one that's set up that says Company Standards. I'm going to select that file and hit Open. Here you'll see that the location of our file, who last saved it in what format, and what files are we going to use. At the top there are two tabs, Standards and Plugins. Let's reference the plugins. The plugins are essentially the items within the drawing that you wish to check versus the standards drawing. In this case, we're going to use dimension styles, layers, line types, multi-leaders, and text styles. We'll go ahead and review all 5 of those. I'm going to click back to standards. Down at the bottom, I'm going to select Settings to review all the settings within our CAD standard settings. Anything from notification bubbles to how things are checked within our standards, like automatically fixing non-standard properties. I'm going to select OK, and then when I'm ready, I'm going to go ahead and select Check Standards. The Check Standards dialog box will show up, showing you 2 options. First box up here shows what the problem is. In this case, Dimension Style 50 Scale is a non-standard style. I wish to replace that with Standard, which is set in our company standards. Once I've done that, I'm going to hit Fix. The reason why I typically like to use this to clean up our drawings, once the problem is solved in Standards Check, those dimension or text are removed from the drawing. They are already purged and audited out of the drawing as you run through your Standards Check. So it is really nice to go ahead and have those items removed, so when you purge and audit, there's less to purge and audit. This tool is very useful if you're utilizing standards settings for your drawing. If you're using, for example, Civil 3D, and your sanitary sewer layer in your style is set to something not in your company standards, when you run this, you can replace that layer and it will update your style. So it's great to find those non-purgeable items and get them updated. So let's finish our standards check here, and we'll take a look and see how clean our drawing is. Yeah, let's replace it with standard. My scale dimension. Let's just replace it with standard. Hello there layer. 0. Junk layer. Dark side of the moon. 0 layer. The wall. 0 layer. Layer 5. That had to come from MicroStation. Layer. Not your typical layer. Let's fix that one. Gill's big lines. Let's go ahead and fix that. We'll change that to 0 as well. Now here our multi-leader at 50 scale. Let's change that to standard. Up. Unable to merge style. Let's look at annotate. Unable to merge style. So here I can just go ahead and select next if I'm not able to do anything with it, and look to our next standards. Alright, it looks like we had 17 problems and 16 of them fixed. So I'll go ahead and close our standards and look under our annotate. I bet you the reason why is this. We were unable to audit out 50 scale because it was currently set. So let's recheck our standards and go ahead and remove 50 scale. And now you'll see that our layers are reduced back down to all 0 layer. So if we go to all, there's our 0 layer. If I look over to annotate, only annotate in standard, only annotate in standard, only annotate in standard. This drawing now has been converted to our company standards. And like I was saying, once it was converted, the old layer and old information has been purged out of the drawing, which is a great way to clean up your drawing. Little tip, check standards. Hope this helps out, and I hope this whole video series has helped out in regards to reducing your file size and cleaning your files.